Hello, welcome to part 1 of our Asuka Basics Guide. Reminder that we are now on Tekken 7 version 4.11. This first part we will be focusing on essential moves. In part 2 we'll talk about basic or common game plan elements. Then finally in part 3 we'll go over some referential items like punishers and combos. As always, there's a written version of this guide should you need it. The link is in the video description below. That's all I have, so let's talk about the youngest of the Kazamas. Note that as usual, we're going to save full crouch and wall standing for part 2 since they fit better into a larger discussion of offense. There's been a lot made about Asuka's jabs because they are not standard and her one jab is easily the worst in the game. So although you can't poke pressure in a standard manner, the several string paths still allow you to put on pressure. So it's still very important to know how they work. Both 1-2 and 1-1 are safe high-mid strings, so very good against duckers. 1-3 is a high-low, which serves as a small mix-up, and you'll see it a lot at the end of a round since they have to guess mid or low at that point. 1-2-4 is a natural combo on counter hit, so you'll see a lot of Asukas try to sneak this in and visually confirm a counter hit before finishing it. This also works against duckers since the second hit guarantees the third. Just be careful since the 4 is -12 on block. 1-2-3 is her infamous spin, but it can easily be interrupted on block, so try not to do it off jabs. You're normally going to have better options. 1-1 is probably most common since 1-1-3 is a safe mid counter hit launcher. 1-1-4 is also a counter hit launcher, but very bad on block if they read the low. 1-1 down 4 is a low launcher, but very easy to see. However, it's common for Asukas to threaten it, but cancel into full crouch with down back since her full crouch game is pretty strong. No one wants to get hit by that, so it's typical that you'll be allowed to keep pressuring. So if they want to swing, 1-1-3 is your answer. 1-4 is less common, but can be okay. It goes to her down back 4 infinite string. That's mostly a gimmick, so we won't focus too much on it, but 1-4-4 is high, low, low, and the second low is a counter hit launcher. You also have the option to go into full crouch from 1-4 by holding down. So if 1-4 hits, you're left at 0 and can either full crouch pressure or do 1-4-4 to catch buttons. Note that if 1-4 hits, they have to block or parry 1-4-4. They can't crush or jump it. Conversely, if they block 1-4, then 1-4-4 will still win against a retaliation slower than 13 frames, and 13 frames will trade unless they do a crush. Now before we move on, note that you can do some of these follow-ups from neutral with down back 4, forward 3, and forward 1. 2-1 is a safe high natural combo. It doesn't jail, but it's +8 on hit and has 2 string enders, 2-1 1+2 and 2-1 down 1+2, both of which can launch and both are also guaranteed if the second hit of the string connects on counter hit. 2-1 1+2 is safe but high, 2-1 down 1+2 is only -10 but leaves them in full crouch, so still mostly safe. It can also be cancelled with back for mind games. 3 is a safe mid poke, 3-1 is a mid natural combo, only -11 and can be delayed, which is important since counter hit 3-1 gives a splat or a free down forward 3 in the open. Standing 4 is a safe I-11 high kick, great keep out tool especially against jabs, although unfortunately for Asuka, her magic 4 doesn't lead to an easy combo. Even at range 0 you have to do a tight dash, so you have a choice to either try the dash combo or simply take an easy forward 2 and move on. 1+2 is a safe mid I-16 launcher, short range but otherwise great move for mix-ups or close range whiffs like off of a sidestep. You'll use this quite a bit. 3+4 is a safe mid natural combo, slow but crushes early at frame 5, which is a theme of hers, free dash forward 2 on hit. 2+3 is a very safe high launcher that reverses punches, just a little slow. Back 2+3 is a mid and will reverse kicks. It can also launch but only on a successful parry, however it is safe on block as well. Forward 4 is a homing launcher, +3 to +5 on block and nice range. Excellent move, the only downside is that it's a high. Forward 1+2 is an extremely quick, long-range, wall-bouncing power crush, knockdown on hit in the open, and safe on block. Absolutely amazing move. Down forward 1 is a safe I-13 mid poke, +8 on hit, but it also has 2 good enders. Down forward 1-2 is a safe hit throw, but can be ducked. Down forward 1-4 is a mid that will knock down or splat on normal hit or counter hit launch, but it is -12 on block. Both are scary though if they catch buttons. The second hit of down forward 1-2 can be done by itself with up forward 2 if you want. Down forward 2 is a safe I-15 mid launcher, won't launch crouchers unless counter hit. It's really just her version of generic down forward 2, so absolutely a great move that you should spam whenever you can. Down 4-3 is a safe power mid that can hit grounded, knockdown splat on hit, one of your best Oki tools, which is where you'll see it most often. Down 4-4 is an I-12 long-range mid poke, -9 on block, but 12 frames is insane for a mid with that kind of range, so it's a great keep out tool. Down 2 is a quick, safe mid power poke, counter hit launches and leaves opponent in full crouch, but has suspect tracking. Still an incredible move. Down 1+2 is Asuka's primary power low and can also be done from full crouch. Still has suspect range despite some past nerfs, but still very scary. -18 on block, but gives a free down forward 3 or forward 2 on hit for almost 40 damage, so basically a hell sweep. Serves also as a key part of her full crouch game, but generally this is how you're going to scare people into ducking. Down 3+4 is an I-14 low crushing counter hit launcher. Crushes really early at frame 5. The second hit is actually safe but high. The good news is that it does jail if the low connects, so they have to read it in order to punish you hard. Since it's so fast, it mostly goes unpunished. It's an incredible counter hit tool, and this is largely what you'll use instead of a hop kick. Down back 1 is a safe I-14 mid that crushes highs. Down back 1-2 is a natural combo splatter, also safe but ends high. Confirmable but can be delayed regardless, which can be nasty since the second hit counter hit launches. Down back 2 is an I-20 mid launcher, crushes on frame 3, which is absurd, and it's only -11. Another great panic move. Down back 3 is an I-21 low poke, +4 on hit, +14G on counter hit, leaves opponent in full crouch, and only -12 on block. This is your primary low poke. Back 2 is a safe I-15 mid, but works similar to her jabs since back 2-1 and back 2-4 have the same second hit as 1-1 and 1-4. Unique is back 2 1+2, a safe mid-mid natural combo that can be cancelled into full crouch with down, and also has a risky third hit for even more cover. Very fun string to use. Back 3 is an I-16 mid, very risky but crushes highs and lows. Back 3-2 provides some cover, but it's also risky, although it can be cancelled into full crouch. Back 3-4, which is the same move as down back 4, works kind of similarly, but it's much less common unless the back 3 hits. Although how you decide to follow up is going to largely depend on how your opponent is punishing it, since it can be an awkward punish. Regardless, it's a great panic move. Back 4 is a safe I-15 mid counter hit launching knee. The second and third hits are unsafe, but they are delayable and confirmable, which is especially scary at the wall since the 3 can splat. Up 4-3 is an I-20 mid counter hit launcher, crushes late at frame 11 but only -3 on block, +8 on normal hit and decent range, so it's very commonly used as a counter hit and setup tool. Forward 1 is a slow power mid, +4 on block, knockdown splat on hit, and a counter hit launch. Range takes some getting used to, but easily one of her best moves, and it can hit grounded in some circumstances. Forward 2-1 and forward 2 1+2 are natural combos that knock down or splat. Forward 2-1 can be ducked. Forward 2 1+2 is mid but -13. Forward 2-3 is safe and mid, but it's only a natural combo on counter hit, although it can still splat. Overall, it's a string that has a lot of versatility that also works well as a whiff punisher. Forward 3 is a safe I-20 homing counter hit launcher, -9 on block, so your turn is basically done, but one of her best moves regardless given how many situations it covers. Sidestep 2 is a safe I-13 knockdown splatting mid, has a little extra built-in evasion because it moves her slightly in the direction you stepped in addition to the distance of your sidestep. Absolutely great move. Asuka's Rage Drive is a beefier version of forward 1. It's slightly faster, more plus on block, launches on regular hit instead of only counter hit, but most importantly, it has a lower hitbox so it can more consistently hit grounded. When this happens, or if it hits airborne, you get a grounded stun for another free grounded hit. This greatly increases her combo potential since you can now end your combo with forward 1+2 and get an additional down forward 3, for example, that will enjoy better scaling. Or it can make certain knockdown situations more scary, like from while standing 1-4 or down 1+2. It's one of the better rage drives in the game and very important for her kit. This brings us to the end of part 1. We hope this list helps you focus on Asuka's most important moves, and in part 2 we'll talk a bit more about application. Expect that here in a couple of days. And with that, thank you for checking out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube. Also be sure to turn on notifications if you'd like to get alerted as soon as a new vid is uploaded. I also try to stream whenever I can, so the link to Twitch is down in the video description below. You will find Twitter and Facebook links down there too. Lastly, special thanks to our 3 patrons, Tato, Apples, and Overhaul. That support means a lot. Patreon is definitely the best way to support your favorite content creators, and the more support the channel gets, the more content I can afford to do. Stay safe everyone, and we'll see you next time.